Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Uh, Introduce. My name is Cahyono. I am from Pasundan University. I am a student of the doctoral program of civic education in Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia. And on this occasion, I will present the result of the analysis of the research I conducted 6 months ago with the title uh, then learning effectiveness with the synchronous and asynchronous system in a civic education course. And, uh, this research is based on several foundations, including the first. We know that in the 21st century, there have been many advances in various fields of life technology. The Industrial Revolution 4.0 has opened up space to welcome the era of Society 5.0, where all area of life are influenced by technology. One of which is the use of internet network in various fields of life. And then internet technology was very influential during the Industrial Revolution 4.0, and this is the starting gate to enter the era of Society 5.0. And then this technological advance have had a major impact on the world of education, where educational technology has developed rapidly following technological development in general. One of the technological development in education is the learning process that can be done remotely or via networking or online. The use of the internet in the learning process has led to many learning models being developed. One of which is blended learning models. And then, however, in the condition of the COVID-19 pandemic in the world, this has had a major impact on the mode of education. One of which is in Indonesia. This is had a negative impact on the order of life, and other of them is the domain of education. The implementation of blended learning during the COVID-19 pandemic was carried out by giving assignment online and face-to-face with video conferencing with a student to find out a student involvement in learning with this system. Learning is still like teaching and learning in class, except that our place and time are different. And then blended learning is combination. Uh, Blended learning is combination of two very different learning models, namely that traditional face-to-face model with modern technology-based learning model. And then uh, blended learning is makes learning pattern between learning in a class face-to-face and online webinar, LMS, and etc. However, during this pandemic, the online method used with the use of multimedia, both synchronous and asynchronous models. And then uh, Chairoman and Modiarty state that there are four learning phases in blended learning, namely the first line synchronous, live synchronous, the second virtual synchronous, the third self-paced and synchronous, and collaborative synchronous. Direct synchronous or live synchronous is learning that is carried out directly face to face in the same time or right time and place. Classroom learning that is usually carried out in school with face-to-face interaction between teacher and student is in direct synchronization. And virtual synchronous is learning that is done directly with virtual as at the same time or real time but in different places. Virtual learning using a variety of video conferencing technologies in virtual synchronous and asynchronous self or self-direct synchronous is learning that is done independently whenever and wherever. For example, through video, television, radio, and podcast, and etc. Asynchronous collaborative synchronous is learning that carried out together with other people anytime, anywhere. For example, through online discussion forum, a blog, dark, and etc. And then uh, research purpose my research. Uh, this study aimed to determine how the effectiveness of blended learning with synchronous and asynchronous system seen from the element of material content, the level of student understanding, critical thinking, and student creativity in the learning process of civics education course. And then method my research. Uh, the method used in this research is survey method with data collect technique used in the form of online interview through Google Form with distribution to students who have been randomly selected as a research sample of 25 people from 5 study program at the FKIP Pasundan University. And data process use data reduction technique, data display, and drawing conclusion. The data analyst use descriptive analysis method with a qualitative approach. And then uh, research and my research, the first lecture using the blended learning method with a synchronous and asynchronous system in civic education course at FKIP Pasundan University run well and are effective in helping increase students' understanding and critical thinking skill. This can be seen from two indicators. The first indicator, the AC of interaction and communication pattern in the form of direct question and answer or discussion via video conferences with the Zoom meeting application and Google Meet application. The second indicator, the lecture process can be easily carried out because it can use a cell phone or laptop that can be followed with unlimited places as long as the internet network and internet port are adequate. And then in the learning process, both synchronously and asynchronously, that lecture delivers material according to the semester learning plan or RPS that has been delivered at the beginning of the lecture to students, so that student can easily attend lecture at its meeting. In addition, the delivery of material content is discussion directly by the lecturer either in synchronization or in a synchronization using learning videos that have been prepared by the lecturer. The assignment given by the lecturer in the synchronization is case analysis or assignment that are factual or contextual so that it can improve students' skill in the developing creativity and analytical and critical thinking skill. And then the entry series of lecture, synchronous and asynchronous, can run well if it is carried out by lecturers and students according to the predetermined schedule and with internet network facilities as well as adequate equipment including the availability of internet with on the device use. And then uh, lecture assessment, lecture assessment at asynchronous, at asynchronous time is carried out by observing the activeness of students in providing argument and analysis, as well as the courage to ask questions and express their opinion during virtual discussion session. In addition, attitude assessment is also carried out by looking at the grammar and the ability of students and giving opinions, as well as accepting opinion from friends. There's always turning on the video camera during lecture or during discussion. And then uh, manually, the assessment uh, in the asynchronous system is carried out based on the tests that have been given in a structured manner from a meeting, a discipline and collecting assessment, and the ability to analyze as well as creativity in completing lecture assessment are important uh, indicators is the assessment of asynchronous lecture session. And then uh, the conclusion my research, the first, the learning process of civic education course using the deep learning with a synchronous and asynchronous system was very effective, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic. This is evidenced by the learning outcomes of civic education courses that have been achieved by students even though the lecturers are not carried out face-to-face in class. And the second conclusion, blended learning with a synchronous and asynchronous system can be done well if it is carried out with careful preparation, starting from the preparation of semester learning plan or RPS, learning method and media to be used, type and achievement techniques, internet network facilities, and adequate device which will be used during lecture as well as internet code available on device to be used. That all is my presentation. Thank you so much and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.